Well, today we're going to continue with our series, The Basics of Science of Mind. But we're going to talk about self-realization today. So let me go back and reframe what we're talking about. We're talking about the science of mind. It is a philosophy that combines spiritual principles with the insights of science and the opinions of philosophy, to provide a comprehensive understanding of life and human experience. Ernest Holmes studied science, philosophy, religion, psychology, and he brought it into one way of looking that serves you reclaiming your power. And it's a practical way of living. And so when we come to that, we've already talked about the basics of the preliminaries, that there's only one, that the power of our mind. And we've gone on from that. But today I want to talk about self-realization. The practice of self-realization involves recognizing our true nature. Our true nature as a spiritual being and aligning ourselves with the divine essence which is in all of us. So let's start where we began. We believe, and here's our leap of faith, there is one. It is infinite, omnipresent, omniscient, and omnipotent. It is all powerful. It is all knowing. It is everywhere. It has always been. It always will be. And as such, it created everything out of itself. So everything is an expression of it. Self-realization is the process of recognizing that we are it. Recognizing it, that we're a point of consciousness within infinite consciousness. Recognizing that that consciousness is within everything and everyone. And so at the core of all that we are, all that life is, there is only one. And so when we get the idea that we're one with it, we're self-realized beings, we're able to fully embrace our power. And we come out of the illusion. Self-realization is the process of gaining a deep and comprehensive understanding of our oneness, our true nature, and our life purpose. So when we get to the idea that we're one, we get to the idea that this oneness is our true nature, and then we realize that in this oneness, we've also been giving a body, we've been giving a mind, an ego, and that in the mind and the ego, we're able to experience duality, because the only way we can experience life is through duality. You can't experience it in oneness because there's nothing to experience it against. So in the oneness and the realization of our disconnection to it through the ego and the body, we realize that our life purpose is whatever we choose it to be. And our life purpose is always aligned with a more expansive life. The ability to realize more and more of our infinite nature. And so no matter how much life we've experienced, there's more. There's always more to experience. Why? Because life is infinite. As are the number of experiences in life are infinite. And what does in self-realization, we become very powerful because we realize that the power to change is within us. Self-realization begins with the self-awareness as we become more acutely aware of our thoughts, emotions, behaviors, beliefs, and motivations. Self-awareness. Are you aware of all the thoughts you have? Are you aware of all the emotions, the behaviors, the beliefs, what motivates you? Or are you unconscious? Do you blindly just accept whatever comes up so that your life becomes a reaction to what you've been domesticated into believing by your mom, by your dad, by religion, by society, by business. We've all been domesticated to believe that we're not enough. When in self-realization, we develop an awareness that we are connected, whole, worthy, and powerful. Right there is where I built my number one affirmation. I am connected, whole, worthy, and powerful, and I live in the awareness I'm one with universal mind. I say that affirmation every day to remind myself of the truth that I believe that Lee is. I've given that affirmation to thousands of people. I'm giving it to you right now. I would write it down and I would begin to practice it, to reshape, to recondition, to redomesticate yourself, that you are connected, you are whole, you are worthy, you are powerful, and you are guided by the infinite wisdom of the universal mind. Think about the power that you have. Self-realization begins with self-awareness as we become acutely aware of our thoughts. It's so important to become aware of what you're thinking. Your thoughts create. It's a big thing to understand. It's not an incidental thought. It's the accumulation. It's the bringing together of all the thoughts and the energy that these thoughts produce. When we know the power of our thoughts and we don't choose to change them, we're literally allowing those thoughts to create hell in our life experience today. Because hell is feeling that we are bound into circumstances where we don't have any control. But the fact is, we do. So self-realization is knowing what is important to you, and ergo provides you with the clarity about your chosen path and your direction in life. Here's what I'm going to define for you. What's important to you will be different than me, different than anyone else. But whatever's important to you, guess what? It's about the process of what's important to you, bringing you into a greater sense of self-awareness, a greater sense of self-realization. We're just pursuing it differently because each of us is unique. Each of us has different ideas, different motivations, and that's good. I'm not meant to be like you. You're not meant to be like me. We can learn from each other. We can share with each other. We can be on the journey, but we will never see life the same because we are unique. The thing that I realize, the more I practice the science of mind each and every day, I realize that self-realization, knowing my oneness, leads to a profound sense of inner peace and fulfillment. I believe that's what we seek, inner peace and fulfillment. It's not happiness. Happiness comes and goes. Sadness comes and goes. Fulfillment embraces both happiness and sadness because there's always going to be contrast in order to become more and more fulfilled. The journey of self-realization is transformational as it involves moving beyond where we currently are and letting go of limiting beliefs and behaviors that no longer serve the higher realization of our highest self. Life is a journey, and it's a journey to move beyond. Do you want to know where home is? Because in your life right now, my home is my base. But where is your home in reality in life? It's within your mind. And how do you come home? You come home through meditation, where you become one with all that is. And when you come home, you're able to move beyond the limiting thoughts, the limiting beliefs, the limiting behaviors. And you're able to get your clarity about the greater and higher expression of life, your higher self, your soul, the perfection that you are in life. Self-realization is your life purpose. And there are infinite ways that you can take. But here's the key. No matter what you do, you will always succeed. In religious science, we believe in the eternality, the immortality, and the continuity of the individual soul forever and ever expanding. We believe that for eternity, we will be discovering our infinite nature in ways that we cannot even imagine. But right now, we have a body, we have a mind, and everything we do is awakening and becoming more self-realized. You cannot fail. So today, you can step into the unknown. And if you think you made a mistake, it's okay. You start all over again. It's the process that is life. No one is judging you other than yourself. Why don't you let go of judgment and give yourself a break and accept that you're a unique and perfect expression of the One, and the One chose you to express itself. You're perfect, connected, whole, worthy, and powerful. Right now, don't look any further. Right now, you are it.